So, in this last segment of our program today, we are going to be examining the contribution that individuals or citizens of a country are supposed to make in ensuring that their nation or country, right, realizes the objective, all right, that's been set by their various governments, all right. Yes, because if government provide the equipment and facilities, you find that if the individuals and these communities or societies where the facilities are located don't protect the facilities, you find out that they would be destroyed by hoodlums and bandits. Have you seen it? So we have a part to play in ensuring that uh, when these facilities, are on ground, that they are put to optimal use. But before they are even on ground, um, what can we do as individuals to ensure that we develop ourselves? They have personal development, you also have societal or collective development. So if we're waiting for the collective or societal development to take place and it's not, coming forward, what should an individual do? All right, so it has to do with knowledge, acquisition of knowledge. Okay, so how would an individual get a certain knowledge that cannot be gotten from the channel that he or she is supposed to get them from? All right, okay, so the angle I want to take this from today is the use of social media, right? Some people make use of social media just to have fun, all right? But it's an opportunity to connect to people who are better than one, to ask them critical questions about what they are doing in their various localities or countries, to find out why the things work better in their countries than in our countries. So that's how I want us to look at it now as individuals, all right? We will go into chat rooms with people from the United States, from Canada, Australia, all those developed countries, and all we ask them is, the razzmatazz and all those things that happen in the country, but forgetting how we can leverage that for national development. So, and then the second stakeholder in this personal contribution are the workers. When government make policies, it is the government workers, the public servants and the civil servants who are saddled with the onerous responsibility to ensure that those things are implemented. Have you seen it? So when they fail to carry out their duties as and when due, that's when we have this challenges and problem. And when resources are not put to good use, you find out that, hey, we have a problem. Society has a problem there. Okay? All right. And then those who formulate the policies, the government, top functionaries, who formulate policies, how have they made or structured their policies to be in tandem with what is obtainable in, you know, better countries of the world. Let me use that phrase, better countries of the world, okay? Yes, because when you're doing the things that would affect us here in Nigeria, you should also be looking at those people that are perfect example, as will be said in the Bible, that Jesus Christ is the perfect example for Christians. Have you seen it? So whatever we're doing should be in sync, with what is obtainable over there. All right. Okay. And then the last question for today is this: how effectively can the side effects or complications that come as a result of these clinical and chemical procedures be handled in our client? Have you seen it? Yes, because there are side effects that could arise, each time if it's not factored in during the process of installation, and then proper use of of these gadgets that will be put in place for industrialization, and all the purposes. So for instance, when someone gets injured in a factory, all right, yes, there's always a mechanism put in place to forestall that. But if that is not prevented, when such thing happens, the factory owner doesn't totally exonerate himself from the burden of taking care of someone who has been injured. Okay, so what is the country doing? How are we getting prepared for the side effects or the complications, yeah, that will arise as a result of when we start domesticating these new technologies. All right. Yes. Okay, this is where we're going to be drawing the curtain. I'm your brother and friend MC Licky, and Isthmus weekly rendezvous makes a return this time next week. Till then, remain blessed.